So, hi, I'm Milt McGiffin from University of California in Riverside, and I'm honored today to be interviewing Bruce Schaffer, who's had a long and glorious career. So, we'll just ask him a few of the basic questions and see where we go. Okay, so Bruce, what is your horticultural specialization and what are the primary positions you've held?
Oh, well, my horticultural specialization is ecophysiology. I was hired at the University of Florida Tropical Research and Education Center to work on ecophysiology, mostly of tropical and subtropical fruit trees. I've been there a long time and I've expanded to doing research with vegetables and ornamental crops and a lot of other things, but still most of my program is ecophysiology of tropical fruit trees. I have a 100% research appointment, which is unusual, and there's no more of those at the University of Florida, but at least in the horticultural sciences or in the agricultural college. But I do not teach or have extension appointments, but I do have students and postdocs and student interns, so I guess you can consider that teaching.
Well, it is, and it is. Um, this is a kind of a philosophical one, but what's horticulture really meant to your life and career?
Oh, it's meant a lot. Horticulture is not only my profession, it's my hobby. And maybe that's why I'm past retirement age and I'm still working. So, so it's meant a lot. I've really enjoyed my career. Working with tropical crops has really been really interesting. And most of my colleagues are in tropical areas. So it gave me a chance to interact with people from all over the world and do a lot of traveling. So it's been very interesting for
You
me.
grow a lot of those things yourself?
Well, our research center, we have a lot of these crops. I'm not a personal grower, but yeah, our research center has a wide selection. As a matter of fact, we're the only research center, university research center on the continent of the United States that specializes in a lot of tropical fruit crops
Oh, well,
and vegetable crops. And we also have natural resources as well.
wow. What do you consider to be the most rewarding part of your career as you look back?
There's probably a few different things. I can't really say one. Probably foremost would be my interaction with my graduate students. And probably many people say that, especially my good students, which fortunately most of mine have been, been good. And as a testament to that, my interest in my grad students, I still stay in touch with most of them long after they're gone. And as a matter of fact, I just had one former student who was a visiting scientist in my lab from Chile, and some of my students are faculty members. Some in our department, others at other universities, and we still have collaborative projects. So interacting with them while they're my student and seeing how their career has become very successful after they leave is probably the most exciting. Other areas that I've really enjoyed because I'm at a tropical research center and we have people in several different disciplines interacting with different people in different disciplines has been really rewarding. Like right now, interacting with agricultural engineers and we're doing work with artificial intelligence and machine learning to model plant responses to various stresses. So that's been very interesting for me as well.
Wow. How long you been a member of ASHS and how's the society influenced your career?
I've been a member since I believe it was 1982 when I
Oh,
was a graduate student. And it's influenced my career quite a bit. I started out as my bachelor's degree. I had a double major in zoology and entomology, and then
oh,
my master's degree was in forest biology. So I wasn't in horticulture until my PhD. So it gave me a good chance to interact, and I was a little behind where many people in horticulture got all their degrees there. So it gave me a chance to get up to speed, going to the meetings, and it was really good where I could, interact, get to build up a network of colleagues. And that was early on in my career. Probably now at this point in my career, or for the last several years, the most valuable aspects to me would be for my students, the chance to give them time to present their work at a national meeting and to, and network with colleagues and introduce them to colleagues. So I try, like here I have two students that are presenting, and so I'm not presenting what my students are, and that's basically how it's been the last few years. I try to push them to interact and get involved with the society.
yeah, I do too. That's a very good idea. So if you look back at these students, if you had some new students, what advice would you give to them or to new people starting out in horticulture in general?
Well, you probably heard this before, but what I find is that since horticulture is such a broad field, and you could be in anything from molecular biology to even the sociological aspects, such as horticulture therapy. So there's really a lot of different things you can do in horticulture. And the most important thing is for people to find what they're passionate about, what's really, or what they really enjoy. Because what I found is for my grad students and postdocs, the ones that did the best and they went on with the best, have the best careers and the most successful careers, were not necessarily the most intelligent or the ones where they had the best grades, but they were the ones that were the most passionate of what they did. So I think it's very important to find the area of horticulture. If somebody's interested in horticulture, find the area that they really enjoy, and likewise for teaching, research, and extension. I am passionate about research, not as much about extension and teaching, although I get involved in guest lecturing in classes, and the extension friends pull me into extension workshops, kicking and screaming. But I get pulled into.
We'd love to have you come to California and give some, but
I have actually.
oh, okay.
I have a SCRI grant that's we're in our last year with UC Riverside,
Oh,
and
citrus.
no, it's actually avocado.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the head of that is in the plant pathology department there. She works with avocado, and we've had that, and we recently got another SCRI grant with another group as kind of an extension building off of what we did there. So, and I've been to California a few times actually.
Oh,
I
good.
talked to growers there, even again being dragged by my colleagues kicking and screaming, but I enjoyed it
Oh,
actually.
that's good. Um, what excites you most about the future of the horticulture industry and the profession?
Well, for me, there's a few things. As I mentioned before, I'm interacting with a lot of faculty in other disciplines, and I'm
Uh-huh.
working with a group, for instance, right now of agriculture engineers, and we're doing some research on it using machine learning, as I mentioned, and um, AI to model or simulate plant stress responses to environmental variables such as salinity and drought. And so that's real interesting because I'm not trained with a lot of this new technology, but the
Yeah.
people I interact with are, so I'm learning a lot. So I'm still learning at this stage of my career. And so also the other thing, since ecophysiology is my area. Right now with climate change, there's a lot of really interesting things. Like when I first came to the University of Florida, I was working on the response of tropical fruit trees to flooding. And at the time, people didn't think that was such a big deal, it was that important. And I've been doing that now. We've been working in that area for almost 40 years now. And now with climate change, especially being in South Florida,
Oh, yeah.
flooding has become a big issue. We're also doing research with salinity. So I think that I think it's very interesting. Well, for me, it's very interesting to work in these areas and try to see if we can develop ways to mitigate some of the effects of these environmental stresses, which are going to be getting worse due to climate change, and see if we can make agriculture sustainable in the face of these changing environmental issues.
Wow. Well, you had quite a career, Bruce, and you're truly a Hort legend, and thanks for doing
Oh,
this.
thanks for interview. Thanks for giving me.
Oh, it's my pleasure, my honor.